Aloha everyone, it's Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of eesh, also here on the Mystic Curanderismo page. You also see me at Cuatro Manos y Cinco Volcanes and over at Rockstar School. Lots going on. But today is the day that we do the check-in with the Mayan Trecena, Mondays with Marita in the Mayan calendar, MMM, triple M threat. Anyways, I wanted to invite you today to talk about where we're at, right? We just had Lionsgate. And we're about to end a Trecena. We're 11 days into a Trecena of Akbal, which is about the energy of dawn, which is really about that energía of the void, right? That potential. And now I have something in my eye. That being said, we're in 11 days, the 11th day. And the 10th day is really the idea of manifestation. And then the 11th day of what do you do with that manifestation? Hi, Rhonda, how are you? So we're in this time of here we've manifested, right, what we've been working on in this void of 10 days. And you have also the energy of the Lion's Gate, right, of where are you going? And all that Leo energy coming in. Go Leo. Look, I'm wearing, these are lions. So this is really about, as we're looking at the 11th of the 13 days, we have a couple more days where we can really focus and concentrate on what are we creating. And today is really about keeping things close to the home, right? This is about, with all the energy swirling around us, what are you going to keep close to you? I did a post earlier on Instagram, if you follow me there, and it was talking about how you have to keep those things that you love, that mean family, that mean home, that mean community, as close to you as possible, and really run them through the filter of self-love. I'm going to say that again. Run everything through the filter of self-love. Is this task, is this personality, is this being, right? And I say being because it's really about, not just humans. There are other beings out there. There's trees, there's birds, there's bees, there's other beings that we live in community. Some live more in community with animals and plant kingdoms and the mineral kingdom than others. But they're all the same. They all have the same value. So if you run your relationships through that filter of radical self-love, which is acceptance of yourself. Thanks, Fanny Rose. Acceptance of yourself. That means the things that you like and the things that you don't like. What can you filter through to make sure that the people, the studies, the things, the practices that you are doing are pointing you still directly to your heart? To be able to sit with your heart, to sit with who you are, to sit with your voice, okay? That doesn't mean, as you grow in confidence of who you are, that everyone around is going to like what you say or what you do. And what I found really interesting, today I got a lot of emails from people, a lot of people. If you're not on my email list, I got a lot. Get on my email list. I send out emails about every week, kind of gets a cycle. And a lot of people wrote in today about how they're having difficulties today. And so today is really that day of, we've manifested from the 10th, 11th, what are we going to have? What are we going to prepare ourselves for? How are we going to walk as we move further in self-love? As we wake up, as many people say, from the matrix, right? Some people woke up, some people have always been awake, some people never plugged in. It doesn't matter where you are in your path, you have to know that as you practice being yourself, not everyone around is going to still fit into your community, and that's okay. It's really okay. The more you practice being yourself, the easier it gets. So today, whether you're having an amazing day or a hard day or anything in between, right? Don't judge it. That's just where you are in the journey. And the more that you practice certain things, the more that you let go of ideas and identities that no longer serve you, you can come back to center. So today really is about, what can I filter through that filter of radical self-love to allow those that should stay in my inner circle, knowing that other people's ideas of who I am are theirs. They're not about me. It's not about you. Their reactions to you, to your voice, to who you are, it's more about them. So no, you will never please them. But if you can find peace within yourself and sit with yourself at the end of the day and say, I did my best to live today. I did my best to love myself, to have compassion for myself, to have compassion with others, to not get into human negativity, to not get whipped up by the whirl of the energies around us. And I stayed as neutral as possible. And when I did go down that quick, speedy, spiraling out of control story that I love and I've been doing for so long, I was able to walk it back, moonwalk it back. That's what I teach my students, moonwalk it back, to try to make a different decision and not come from the reaction of just trauma and drama. So today is an amazing day. As we end this Trecena, then we're going to get into the next 13 days that start August 12th. And that August 12th will allow us 13 days of being with our ancestors and the energy of forgiveness. So I love these weeks back to back, these 13 days back to back. 13 days to make a decision. How can I create from that place of not knowing, that place of pure potential, that energy of creation, that place of the dark? And as we go through the 13 days, we plant those seeds and see how we manifest. And as we come out after the 13 days, we go into a Trecena that allows us vision from the ancestors, that allows us to continue to let go now through the process and the energy of forgiveness. And forgiveness is really releasing yourself of expectations that you have of others, of society, of yourself, and start to really renegotiate your agenda. If you just took my 4-week class, we went over an amazing teaching of walking around the medicine wheel and an agenda clearing that's 400, 500, 600 years old plus. So that was an amazing class. Thank you for all of those who joined. But there's opportunities every day to check in with yourself. So we'll do that now. We'll take our 3 breaths that we teach here at the Path of Eesh, bringing our mind, our body, and our essence into this time, into this place. If you see anyone else doing this, they're probably a student of mine that has been given permission and have been trained. And if they're not, oh well, it's a good practice to have. So today I do want to also point out, thank you for participating here. Please like, please share. Thank you for supporting live Indigenous voices. And today is National Indigenous Day. I think it's every day. For me, it's every day. I live it every day. But today, we're celebrating it around the world. So thank you to Jacqueline in Colombia who posted about it today, and for all of us celebrating this knowledge that has been handed down, that has survived and is continuing to revive itself and survive colonialism in many, many ways. We welcome you into the circle today. So we do this with reverence, with true humility. True humility has been taught and has been passed down, is knowing that I'm no greater or lesser than any being out there. So all the beings out there have the same value, and that value all comes from, we are beings of Mother Earth. And being her children, we come into a nice, easy breath, acknowledging the wind, the element of wind that is part of our beingness. Wind is not only in our lungs, But wind can also be in our heads, the spiraling of thoughts and ideas. So as we acknowledge that, we're going to take 3 intentional breaths in and out through the nose. Please stay in your safe space. Don't go into other people's energies. For my high flyers, please have a grounding stick. If this is new to you, write in the comments, what does that mean? And we can get back to you. Myself or one of my students can. Whew, there's a lot of people out there today. A lot going on. So let us start now. Feet on the ground, focused. Here we go. First breath, in and out through the nose. Bring your mind into this time, into this space. Second breath together. In and out through the nose. Bring this body into this time, into this space. In and out through the nose. Let's bring this essence into this time, into this space. And as they walk into this moment in time, this small meditation with the energies of the north, the south, the east, and the west, the elements all opening up this circle, the amazing root that Mother Earth provides for us as her children based on our relationship to her. Keep breathing, keep believing. We enter in and we call our mind, our body, and our essence, not just to this moment, but to our heart center. So if you'd like to take 3 more breaths and invite them each one in at a time, you can, in and out through the nose, calming your vagus nerve. As we call in the energies of today, of the tone of 11, the tone of Ben, the tone of family, sugarcane. How are you going to grow today? What will you grow and what will you let go? Knowing that we live on a planet where the cycle of life and death is continuous. I just want you to start realizing this. There's sometimes so many people who are like, I'm just tired of change. I'm tired of growth. I need a break. And there are those tires, there's peaks in those valleys where we can take time to rest and time to go. But if we start learning how to live more on a plain plateau, not because we're not moving, but sometimes we can learn how to balance those peaks and those lows by daily practices that help us become and find a place of neutrality. And a place of neutrality isn't that you're not speaking your voice. You're not being your unique, individual, amazing self. We want that. We want you as medicine. It means that you stay in your lane. You stay in the sovereignty of your mind and its intelligence, the sovereignty of your body and its intelligence, and the sovereignty of your essence and its intelligence. And you don't allow the swirling dervish energías of calamity to rise and integrate and be part of you. You let them outside, knowing that people's opinions or judgments of you are about them. Okay, everyone, let's rub our hands together. We're going to do a few little different things here. Let's put them over your throat. And just breathe into your throat chakra. And just check in. If any of you study the chakras come from many backgrounds. There are native indigenous practices that teach chakras. There are native indigenous practices that teach forms of energy healing, including acupuncture. Some acupuncture was found back in the Toltec days, and other things as well, including Reiki symbols that are indigenous. Oh, some of you now are interested. So check in with that throat chakra. Are you, in speaking your voice, doing so in a way that creates and gives energy to a collective that just will not be satisfied? Are you, in giving your voice, adding to human negativity and creating the other? Are you, in finding your voice, slipping into old patterns and old energies of power and aesthetic agendas? Are you, in trying to find your voice, slipping into judgment and habits of judgment? Are you, in finding your voice, then expecting no one to have theirs? So just feel into this energy of this voice, knowing that we're still in the time of that void. Today, we have the opportunity to find our voice in a new way that does not cause as much harm to ourselves or to others. This is the thing. You will cause harm unintentionally when you speak your truth. It just happens. You are not intentionally trying to do so, but you must be aware that in speaking your voice, you need to allow people to speak theirs. Can you meet them in that space in between as we start calling on the energy of the Trecena coming on, of ancestor wisdom and forgiveness, as we pull from also the beginning of this Trecena, which is the ability to look at our agendas and create from a new way, a new form of spaciousness. Today, can you let go that you don't know? I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I don't have this perfected. I don't know the next step. In the unknowing, you allow yourself the spaciousness and the ability to bring in and receive help. Today, can that energy of that sugar cane, can the energy of family, can the energy of 11, can the energy of creating from that place of the void, of dawn, of dusk, help you anew? Keep breathing, keep believing. And letting yourself settle into yourself. Letting go of letting go. Maybe the way that you have let go in the past needs to be re-examined. That's okay not to know. It's okay not to know. It's okay to go and grow from this time in space. It's okay, it's okay. Keep breathing. Keep believing. Please stay in your lane, thank you. And with that, we start to close this down, this moment, this circle, knowing we can always come back. With our 3 breaths, to check in with yourself throughout the day. So So let's take those 3 breaths again as we release and close this circle, thanking all of the directions, the east, the west, the north, the south, the guardians and the elements, Mother Earth for holding us, Father Sun for holding us. And let us take our 3 breaths again, in and out through the nose, thanking our essence for being in this time and this space. In and out through the nose, thanking our bodies for being in this time and this space. In and out through the nose, thanking our minds for being in this time and this space. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank everyone around you. Thank you for taking the time to connect with yourself, to learn about that wisdom that you have by getting other things out of the way, by reaching a place of unknowing that is so expansive that from there, wisdom and wonder can intermingle in a new way. Knowing that as you grow, knowing that as you learn and earn wisdom, that it is not from a position of power, but of service. With that, I want to thank all my teachers who have allowed me to teach these teachings to you, all my ancestors and the lineages that I represent that are hundreds and thousands of years old. Thank you for supporting living Indigenous voices whenever you watch, like, share from here or my YouTube channel at the Path of Eesh. Whenever you like anything at the Path of Eesh, Cuatro Manos Cinco Volcanes, or anything like that, you join in, you participate, you support living Indigenous voices. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be heard in this new modern era. And I'd like to invite you to the circle. If you hear Jaguar calling you, my big, big, big container, I think that's what people call it, or as I say, my circle, one of my big circles is opening in September. We only walk with about 13, only 13 are chosen, thousands apply, hundreds interview. But if you are willing to walk in that place of wonder, of not knowing, to learn Indigenous practices that you can then integrate into your day-to-day over 6 months of intensive training and healing opportunities, hashtag Jaguar, and I'll send you the link for an application. I respond to all of them, so please check your spam. Once again, my name is Marita. My pronouns are they, them. I am one who catches lightning. See you here. See you in the circle. And thank you for being you. You're not supposed to be anyone else. Thank you for sharing your mágica, your magic, and having that courage. Shade, many blessings, many blessings, many blessings. As we disconnect, as I thank my ancestors once more. Bye, everyone.